Good morning. It's Monday, March 27th, 2023. My name is Terry Morgan. We're here to practice Wudang Dragon Sword. We have the third movement in the set of 18. Each movement has multiple smaller movements. And we're going to work on the basics for this movement this morning. Today. Tomorrow we'll work on a little bit more and break it down a little bit more, and then Wednesday we will put it back into the form, so we'll work on the entire set that we have up to this point. It'll be all three moves. Let's get started. Check on something while I do that. Alright. Feet about shoulder width apart. Basic stretch. Open the arms, shoulders down, pull up through the crown of the head, hand circle the front, back around to both sides, up along the center line, and reach out over the legs, roll up, then again, keep going, make the movement smooth and continuous, stretch, reach out, and roll up. Elbows drop down, wrists, fingertips, hands return to your sides. We have leg stretch. Right leg front, left leg back. Into the heel, not into the knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Sink. Other side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Sing. And come on up. Alright, we had, I'd started a couple of leg sets that we're going to work on. This outward circle with the knee. Keep the foot well pulled in. Keep the toes pointed. Keep energy in the foot and keep the knee pulled up, so you pull the foot up underneath. That will help you keep balance. Right leg up, and 1, 2, outward circle, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put it down, other side, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put it down. Right leg inward circle, and yeah, and come up, maybe, and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inward circle with the left, bring it up and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, put it down. Relax for a second. That dexterity to be on one leg and open up the hip is part of what we need. I showed this previously. There's a couple of moves that we do need. Yeah, well, they do go all the way down. And I've been working on that, so we're going to work on it just a little bit more with this stretch right now. Alright, hands circle the front, back around to both sides, up along the center line, and out to both sides, sink, straight down. Keep the hip behind the heel. You're going about halfway down. Pull up. And again. One more time. Come on up. Pull up through the center as you sink. Open the hip. Keep the hip behind the heels. Alright, this time we're going all the way down. Ready, and keep the hip behind the heels. Pull up through the center. Pull up through the floor of the pelvis and pull up. Don't lean. And do it again. All the way down. Don't lean. Pull up. Open the hip. And come on up. And we're going to go one more time. Pull up through the sides, under the ribs, pull across the front, pull up through the pelvic floor. Keep the back straight, don't lean. And that's it. Hands return to your sides. Pull up. Stay there. All right, that push up, pull up through the pelvic floor, holding up underneath the ribs to support the hip, lets the leg socket open. That's what lets you go up and down. That open placement, let me say this again. The open hip and the placement just behind the heels. All right, so if I'm here, I can't go anywhere. I can't get all the way down. I can't. It ain't gonna happen. I have to be here. So my hip sits down, can go down just behind my heels. If my hip is directly over my feet, which is where I want it when I'm normally standing, right? I want this line. Hip, leg, feet, yeah. I want that nice line. I have to adjust that through the movements, right? I'm making all kinds of body adjustments in order to, this is the physics and the body mechanics that's required. If you are directly over your foot, okay, if you're centered over your feet, you cannot go all the way down. You have to shift back behind and be able to hold, and then you can. And strength, I wasn't able to do what I just did 3 weeks ago. Yeah, wasn't. And that's part of what I keep talking about in practice. That idea that maybe not today, but what am I working for? What am I paying attention to? Did I want to pay attention to that move? I did. How did I do that? Well, if I lay down, I'm doing this today, and I'm doing this tomorrow, and okay, little by little, I'm gonna work my way up. Was it perfect? No. I was leaning forward, which is something that I do generally when I'm that low. So, how do I fix that? Well, pull up, hold the hip, pull across here, hold the spine so that the spine stays straight and well pulled up through the shoulders and the mid-back, okay? That helps to support the body as we go down. And come back up. All right, with the sword, basic stuff, right? Slice across, in. The fundamentals that we have been working with. All right, from here. Let's do this. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to little circle to the inside and then to the outside. Extend the arm. Left arm behind you. It's a good place for it. Sword out to the right. Outward circle and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going, man. 5, 6, 7, 8. Again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Change direction. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Relax. And this little circle out here. Yeah, we do that. That skill. Swords here, fully extended. 1, 2, 3, 4. Finding the tip of the sword and just a little beyond. And then being able to use that is something that's a skill we want to develop. The pointy end of the sword makes a difference. We also pay attention to all along the blade, so that if I'm slicing across, I know what I'm slicing with. There's a whole blade here I can slice with. All right? Whichever direction I happen to be going, I want to pay attention to where that blade is and what I might be doing with it, right? What I might be doing with it. Let's review the first few moves that we have. Feet together, stand straight. Not too fast, nice and easy. Salute. Breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe in. Sink onto the right. Open left. Turn. Down. Come on up. Down on the other side and come up the center. Press up. 2, 3, and set. Open. I'm here. Alright? That's what we did. That's it. That's all there was. I'm going to turn around and do this again real quick. Not quickly, but just so you can see from this side. Alright? Opening. Alright? This is, I've talked about this before, it's the same for Wudang Tai Chi sword as the same for Wudang Tai Chi. This is not. Okay? That sequence finishes here. Now what? Next. I showed this last week. I did. We're here. I just talked about paying attention to the tip of the sword. We just practiced that, right? Pay attention to the tip of the sword. And go 1, 2, slice. Up, down, in. Ho! Tip of the sword. As we move, I'm going to do this slowly and we're going to work on it. As we move, it's important to keep the touch on the sword light enough that it can move, right? Here, tip of the sword, down 1, down 2, slice, slice up, both feet together, and in. I'm going to check that. Okay? I believe that it's here. But I'm going to check it, because it could be here. I believe it's here. As we're turning, this slice down, slice up, slice down, right? Up, down, down, up. Notice, I'll show you something here. Pay attention to my hand as my hand comes down. And I'm going to try and do this really slow. Yeah, you can see it. Okay, here's down. Up. Notice this roll right here? That's what gets you to this from here. Roll the wrist and go up. Right? Without that, getting from here to here is awkward. The blade has to turn. So, down, the blade has to turn up. I have to be able to do this. That turn, right there. That's it. It's not a, I talked about this before, it's not a hard hold. It's a firm hold that's got some flexibility to it, because otherwise the sword isn't going to move. I tried. I tried holding on the sword. Yeah, no, it ain't going nowhere. This I can, yeah, that has some movement to it, but not so much. I tend to look more for I'm going to use a blade thing here for a second. I'm more interested in how to fillet something than I am in how to whack it. Okay? Let me fillet this over here. Alright? That's always been my interest, so here we are. That sense of facility and dexterity is one of the things we want. Alright. We are here. Left foot front. Left hand at the right wrist. Palms turned up. Yang palm on the sword. Right? From underneath. And step up with the right. Down to the left. 1. Down to the right, 2. Come across the center, 3. Up the center, 4. Down on the right. And I'm going to hold up on that down part. We're going to work on this part for a minute first. Left foot front. Step up. Left side, right side, center and up. Left foot front. And step up. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. That's where my hand is. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? As I'm moving, this goes with, it's not just stuck there, right? Sword hand, down, come down, right? Both hands stay together. The apparent movement of the left hand is very small. Okay? The actual movement, where this is going, yeah, no. So it's not stuck here, it's more stuck here. And it goes with, right? So both hands go together. Now this one stays until it comes down to the wrist, and then it's going behind. Okay? We're going to do this again. All right? Left foot front. Ready, and step up. Left side. Right side, down the center and up the center. Pay attention to the left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Relax the shoulders. Put it all together. Go 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. Yeah. 5, 6. As we step through, and we're gonna put this in context in just a second. I'm gonna put this back in. The clarity, and I've talked about this repeatedly, I'm going to keep beating on it. The clarity, paying attention to where the blade is. What am I doing here? What kind of thing am I doing? Right? This is not a slice down. It's not. I'm poking something here. This is a stab. Right? This is a stab. It's a hook too, but it's also a stab. This is a slice. So's this. And so's this. This is not. Alright? That distinction. Where's the blade? How is it moving? And what kind of thing, I gotta do that, what kind of thing am I doing with it? Poking something? Poke the bear? Let's poke the bear. See how annoying we can be. No? Little fillet? Yeah, that would have the extension through the blade to the end makes all the difference with this move. Alright, from the beginning, slowly. Slow. I'm checking, make sure you can see me here. And salute. Pull up through the crown of the head. Breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. Shift right. Open left. Pull in right. Turn. Sink. And press down. Up along the center line. And turn 1, 2, 3. Open. Turn. Slice down. Up. And go 1, 2, 3, 4. And that was it. That sink down and extend at the end. As we sink down, right? Sword comes down. The knees have to stay over the toes, right? Feet should be together. Okay, so as we're practicing to open up the hip, we're here. For this move, the feet should be much closer together. Okay, there's a little bit of space, but not too much. So you want to go straight down. It's not as easy as it sounds. It's not. That position and placement that I was talking about, keeping the hip behind the heels, we need to be able to do that. The other thing that we have to be able to do is to come back up to step out. If it's not possible to go all the way down, pick a spot. What is my extension and what am I able to do today? Can I come to here? Right, okay, then that's my extension. That's where the extent of force that I'm using to bring the sword down needs to be. Let me show this. Here. I'm leaning, and let me do that again. A little too wide. Better. Not quite there yet, but better. Where's the extent of force? It's down here. That's where I'm putting my emphasis, is all the way down. If I'm not going all the way down, the sword doesn't go there. The sword goes with the movement. So, here, fine. Fine, right? I'm halfway down-ish. Wherever that point is, pick it. That's where you go. Tomorrow you might have a little bit more flexibility. Day after tomorrow, a couple of weeks from now, you might be all the way down. I'm going to get better at what I've gotten better in the last 3 weeks, so hey. As we move, where does the end of the movement happen and the beginning of the next movement start? Where do I need to put the force together with whatever I'm doing in physical movement? Here? That could be up a little, yeah, that could be up a little higher. There we go, right? The force is right here. I'm going right at the knee. Now, I am not targeting my own knee. I am not. Alright? Notice how much distance I have between my knee and the blade as that blade comes through. I don't want to hit myself in the leg with my blade. I don't. Even though it's not sharp on the end, it's still going to hurt. It will. Okay? So, don't do it. But the point... Nope, no, not that one. As I come around here, where should I stop? What am I trying to do? Where am I targeting? And where is the extent of force? If, I'm going to use the same move, here, and here. As I step here, imagine that I'm paying attention to the tip of the blade, and I'm looking more here, not here. Yeah, okay. Not what I should be doing in this particular move, but I can do it. That skill. Yeah, I know what I'm doing here. And yeah, I know what I'm doing here too. Those two movements are different. The emphasis here, the emphasis along the full edge here. And I got a slice here, by the way. I get to not only do I get to slice down, I get to slice across, because that's what happens. Right? That's the next, right? I'm gonna step up here, slice, right? And I just did something that I'm going to call out for a second. No. Just no. Don't take your elbow up. All right, as I come, as I step through here, I need to make sure I keep my elbow down. So shoulder down, elbow down, as this comes up. So it's not elbow driving and bringing the sword up, it's bring the sword up. All right. Now here, step through, bring the sword up, as the left leg comes up, and step under. Here. All right. From here, point, slice. Knowing where that change is makes all the difference in knowing how to do which move. If I'm trying to slice over here and then do some other, it doesn't work. But if I'm thinking about stab down, slice, it's possible. I can fudge a couple of things. That's one that's really hard to do incorrectly and still be able to do at all. Okay, so some things I change a foot, I work on a different side, I do something different. It's okay. It fits with the form and it's logical. Whether or not it's orthodox according to the canon that I have in this particular system, yeah, it's a question. I try to keep it that way, and I try to make sure that I point that out. As we're moving, as we're learning any of the forms, the whole point of learning a form is to learn how to move. It's not, we must do things this way all the time, okay? If you're going to attack me, wait a minute, I'm not at that move yet. I need to get there. Wait, let me practice into that. No! What are you doing? No, don't do that. Pretty much. Now, how do we get from, I'm trying to learn this form, so I need to learn each movement regularly and completely, to, I can pick and choose which ones I want, and whichever one I need at the time that I need it is the one that I'm going to have. That response and that ability to understand how the form moves, how we can move in the form, is what I'm teaching. That's what we're doing here. So each time we pay attention to something that is part of the orthodoxy in form, we develop the skill to move differently than what we're moving. I just did a couple of turns that were really pretty simple. But if I didn't have the practice that I have, it wouldn't be simple. Wouldn't be. Like, what'd she just do? I went through that. It's one of that pattern, how things move. Under. Turn it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each time we repeat that pattern, each time we repeat the pattern, we develop a sense of how to get there. The more we refine what we're doing, the more we understand the physics and the dynamic behind the movement. The more we understand the physics and dynamic behind the movement, the easier it is for us to change it, to do something else. All right. Justice move 3 times. Left foot front, from underneath. And step up. Left side 1. Right side 2. Center down, center up, sink. And I'm not stepping out because I don't have enough room to do that. Alright? From underneath. And go left side, right side, center, up, and down. One more time. left, right, center, up, and down. Notice this as I come down. It's not empty. It's not empty. Keep in mind, each time we move, that dynamic, that sense of placement, and where's the blade? What am I doing here? The more we pay attention to that, the easier it is to find each movement. I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to keep working on this, just this set, this week. Almost. I fumbled. I didn't drop it, but I fumbled. Okay? No fumble. No, we don't want, There we go. Alright? Tuesday and Wednesday, this form, working on this movement as the extension, and I've got stuff that I was working on late last night I put up on the website. Thursday and Friday Qigong class, I hope you'll join me. Thank you for being here, I appreciate it. Thank you for your patience.